this can be royalty free, which is right for me.
It just reminds me of Space Invaders.
I mean,
Which is weird because it doesn't even sound like Space Invaders.
it's been a bit since I've used this background. It's also been a bit since I've actually podcasted. Holy crap, man.
I want to take a nap and a meal, and I don't care which order it comes in at this point. I'm fine with that. I want to sleep for a week. Have you been getting any better rest?
Some Dr. Pepper cream soda.
What are the good ones? I don't know why the fucking sci-fi thing couldn't just have magic, and they had to do this bullshit where they just re-fucking flavored everything. Oh no, we don't have magic, we have fucking Esper powers. Does it work the same? Yes. It's just literally spell points. And are warlocks busted with spell points?
No.
Like, I've never played spell points. I assume they scale basically the same. But one is for people who are more, I was going to say more artistic. That's not the word I was looking for. More anal. I'd use it to go to sleep. Or just like background when you're playing a game.
Yeah, for real.
I don't know that you'd play this while like playing Survive or something, but otherwise it could probably.
Let's talk about that here. Spoiler-free Survive stuff. Since we're doing actually bringing out the entire background for my Gamer Geek show, might as well talk about some video games too.
Game Geek?
Gamer Geeks.
Apparently there are brownies on the stuff.
Like the little
I mean,
thing?
no, that would be more interesting to be honest. Like the confection. Literally just looking for some easy dinner.
That is also fair.
I don't know that I'll be getting any of that.
I don't have any of my soundboard or anything like that hooked up, so I can't like just do any of my quick anything like that. I don't even know.
Alright, so that's crab. That is unclear.
Do I still have my intro music for Gamer Geeks? That would be cool.
Can of butter. That's can of butter. I do not know why it's on a paper plate, but I guess we're just living it that way. I realize now that the implication that we have so little can of butter means that these brownies are probably edibles.
You mean probably.
Which is perhaps the literal opposite of the thing I need to solve the one problem I have, which is I want food. You know what makes me sad? It's only after I got back from the convention that I learned that there are just like virtual commander games that you can do without having to pay the monies. And so I'm just like, oh. I don't mind having the 2 decks because like the tricolor one's actually like really solid.
Yeah,
I tried doing some test plays against myself and I demolished my red blue. I might just start putting some of their cards together, see if we can get something more repeat. It's a grindy life, man. I'm still downstairs, so
where are you
at least let me playing what?
Where are you playing your Magic at?
My bed.
Oh, I thought you meant like.
I was doing it against myself.
Oh, yeah, because Magic Arena is good. It doesn't have Commander though, which makes me sad. It's basically Magic Hearthstone, which is where I play most of my Magic Golf virtually. Hi, Daryl. Thank you for subscribing again.
Oh, when you said we were live, you meant like people could literally hear us right now.
Yes.
Don't give me that. Listen, it's been a slow day. My brain has been all the way off since like noon.
I'm sure there's places that are less reputable that aren't run by WotC to play Commander at. I know Tabletop Simulator has a pretty decent Magic community, but I wouldn't begin to know how to freaking do all that.
Nothing against Tabletop Simulator, but I do not have the time for that.
TTS confuses and astounds me.
I've played a one-shot in Tabletop Simulator once, and it was beautiful, fantastic. Like, if you wanted to like see your little man go, it was the most astounding thing. But it was like a paid DMing session, and I was just sitting here thinking, this man can only run this.
Yeah, right.
Because the amount of hours it must have taken to set all this up means that they have to stick to that formula.
Yeah, there's no other way.
Either that or they do just a metric shit ton of prep work, and that's even worse. Like, even in my own games where I DM, I do hours and hours of prep work, but mostly that's just setting up maps and making sure that I have encounters for when players do things that probably shouldn't happen. So a lot of my prep work just goes completely untouched. If you're a Tabletop Simulator DM and you're also doing prep work, it's got to be like 3-4 times as much effort for hopefully, or hopefully a payoff.
It's like the people that
So,
run the VR freaking the VR TTS.
Hellspire or the other one?
Either one, like just I can't imagine. I did a one shot in even like the people that do even the DOS Divinity Original Sin campaigns. I did a one shot in there, and there's so much going into that too. Like I can't even imagine.
Divinity always looked cool, but I had no idea what it is.
It's a CRPG. It's a campaign RPG. It's a lot of fun. It basically it's a lot of what.
So it's like Solasta?
Yeah, it is exactly like Celeste, except immense.
This is not bad.
It's really good. It's really well done. We did a very chaotic run through of it on this show. We spent a good 3-4 months going through it, just destroying every town that we decided to go into.
I mean, it's what you gotta do, right?
Yeah, exactly. Once I discovered that you could kill everybody, I'm like, oh, you should have told me that.
Like, I'll be honest, I love Undertale. I never did the genocide route, but that's only because there was like 2 characters that I was like, I like you, and I couldn't bring myself to do it. But I respect people who went and did the thing.
Right.
No regret.
Once my buddy Phil's like, oh, because I was just playing through like normal, and he's like, oh, you know you can kill that person and get what you want out of what you can get out of their inventory. I'm like, oh, you can kill people? He says, oh yeah, you can kill everybody. I'm like, oh. So we got to the end of the game. He's like, so yeah, just talk to that person and you can become God. Or if you kill that person, you become God. I'm like,
Yeah, that's happening now.
I'm like, but that's the bad ending. And he's like, but that's the bad ending. I'm like, we realize that we've called the entire subsection of the chaos crew, right? He goes, no, I'm gonna do it. No, I'm gonna do it. No, fireball.
All I'm saying is, the name of the game was Original Sin, and apparently your playthrough was killing everyone you saw.
Yes.
So why anyone thought, if you can get the good end after killing literally everyone but the final god, then they can fuck right off.
You can't tell me if you kill him, you become God, and that's the bad ending. I don't know what the hell the story was. Apparently, like, you go through and apparently, like, you help some other gods do some other stuff, and like, I don't know, I wasn't paying attention to the story. I just was there killing things with fire.
I'm here to be Kratos, not to listen to your nonsense.
Exactly. And then you tell me you can kill the guy, and then you become God, and it's a bad ending? Okay.
Oh, I just go full Kratos. I see no downside.
Like you're not giving me a good, compelling reason why I shouldn't just shoot a fireball at the back of his head. But then you have to fight us.
I get to do more of the thing I like doing? Tell me more.
You have to PvP us. Again, you're not selling me on why I shouldn't just lob a fireball at him. Again, I have no idea what the I've since played through the game on normal. It is a really good game. Like, the game is absolutely fantastic. It has a great, actual, compelling story. But like, I'm not mad that my stream playthrough was nuke everything to the ground.
Kind of judgmental that the option that most players would go for is just the bad ending.
Well,
Though I suppose it's not exactly the good ending in fucking God of War either.
well, no, it's like the person that you actually like, the person that if they give you a really good, compelling reason not to kill him. Like, he's a good person, but like, when your entire gameplay up to that point is just murder everything, like, don't kill him. That's the bad ending. But I'm gonna kill him.
It was too late at that point.
Yeah, right? There's way too much blood on my hands. Alright, so... Seeing if Scott or Loki wanted to join us, but apparently they're ignoring me, so...
I think Loki's at work.
Oh.
It's unclear to me. I never really get his schedule.
But he was at work last weekend.
Yeah, but he was at work last weekend because they called him in.
No, he's a kid.
Because hospital. Because like Friday, he was on call that weekend, which is why he couldn't do it because they were understaffed because hospital.
Oh, I'm inaudibly quiet on the stream. That's weird.
Usually that's my shtick.
I'm like fine on the levels, like I'm in yellow, which is weird. I mean, I'm not like super loud talking. How about now? I don't still same level. Let me go here. Let me zip up my levels. Properties.
Remember not to do it in public. Do it too much and it's masturbation.
Wrong. I was on the wrong microphone. There we go.
There it is.
That'll do it. Now I'm all loud and shit. There we go. Now I have to bring my volume down because I'm peaking. There we go. There we go. There we go. It was on my webcam microphone for some dumb reason.
When would you ever use the webcam microphone?
I don't know, and I don't know why everything is like, hey, you want to use your webcam microphone? It's like, I literally don't. I've disabled that thing like 18 times, and it keeps... We're still quiet, but I understand the words. Thanks, Daryl. I fixed it. Once the delay kicks back, you'll get it.
You know, I know that you're on the stream, or rather that we're on the stream, and I probably should tab in to actually see the comments.
Oh, he's messaging me. Directly.
Oh, he's just messaging you directly? Oh, never mind then.
Instead of on stream, which would be better to get the participation going. But then again, like, we have one person, he's the only person watching right now, so, which I'm fine with. Cause it's,
and also, not like we have actually done like an intro or anything.
Yeah, just bullshitting because you were like downstairs pantsless getting weed brownies. So,
I would like to point out that I did not take the edibles, but I have gotten a complete meal and a lemon loaf cake slice. So I'm ready.
That's a healthy dinner.
It's one of those things and it ain't healthy.
Alright, so I'm going to take down the pre-show text. And I'm going to... I'd fade into the video, but it doesn't work. I'm going to remove the video and see if I can get it to work.
For reference, I managed to get the third Bestiaries Pathfinder to be included. But for some reason, the first and second don't work, even though they're all from the same source. And I'm beyond the point where I care anymore.
Cool. Alright, I'm going to mute us, and then I'm going to go into the intro video, and you need to be louder. I'm literally peaking. Okay, I'm just going to pull it up all the way, and now I'm peaking
headset. It's probably the fucking camera mic or something.
No, I'm, like... I'm literally in the red right now every time I say anything. All right, I'm gonna do the thing now. All right.
Maybe he turned you down and forgot.
Maybe. All right, I'm gonna do this on the stream. Hello and welcome everybody to Gamer Geeks, the Gen Con 2022 special. I am CJ Boat, and joining me in this cavalcade of shenaniganery is Sire Nexus. Hello, Sire. How are you?
Hi, Nexus is now my official last name. You can't take it away from me.
I didn't know if you wanted me to just slather your freaking last name all over the internet or not.
One does not have a name like mine and then not flaunt it.
So, like, a few times that we got separated at Gen Con, it was super awkward just to start yelling out Sire.
The problem is that I didn't go to Gen Con wearing my crown.
You just wanted to
because
see
everyone would know.
How many people were just like randomly asking, like looking at me funny as I'm just walking around asking for Sire.
And you would think that's the one place where no one would give you funny looks for saying a name like that, but
I mean, no, Gen Con's not that kind of convention.
I mean, I get that.
Maybe, like, I definitely would do that at a Ren Fair, though.
Yeah, it's definitely not LARP enough, I suppose. I was at MomoCon a month or two ago, and there were a lot of like little LARPs going on there.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about Gen Con, all the stuff that we saw, a few of the games that we played, the RPGs that we are talking about, because this is for those who don't watch our normal Friday streams. Nexus is our DM there for Pathfinder. And so most of the stuff that we're going to talk about is RPGs. However, I, being the Omni nerd that I am, I'm going to talk about some video games that I've been playing as well. I don't know what this background music is, by the way, if anybody's asking. I literally just looked up royalty-free 8-bit music on YouTube, and this is what came up. It's an hour's worth of it. So, now, it's there, and I won't get muted for it. So, there we go. So
there's level of care put into these things that other people have and that we don't, and you should be appreciative.
You know, all the music that I have access to, like, I love my friends that do music, but all of them are amazing artists that do hip hop and rock and all have vocals over their things, which is incredibly distracting to try and talk over. So then there's always the just grab whatever's royalty free on YouTube.
That's fair.
So if anybody's gonna wonder when I release this on podcast, what's this music? I have no fucking clue. So before we get into the meat and potatoes of the stuff that we're talking about, I want to talk about the game that came out like the week before the Gen Con. No, like 2 days before Gen Con. Digimon Survive.
I knew it was going to be Digimon Survive.
Because I need to decompress on this freaking game.
Ever since you almost died in the game, you're just like, this game is the holy grail of Digimon.
Freaking no, it just got worse. So,
oh, that's good.
Here's a spoiler warning, I guess, for anybody who's going to play this game, and I'm going to get raked over the coals for it. So I'm playing it on the Switch right now. It's available for PS4, PC, or PS4/5, PC, Switch, and Xbox One X, SEX, whatever the hell they're up on right now. I don't know.
Speaking of, PS5 is the weirdest new gen console because it's the only next gen console that's been impossible to get since it first came out.
Still is.
Usually that's like the point. It's literally the opposite of the point.
And freaking GameStop is still like, hey, every time they get they're still doing console bundles whenever they come out with it. Like, you still have to buy 2 controllers and a bunch of games. Like, I haven't had to do that since the PS2.
Hey, that's not fair. There's been console bundles. I don't know if they've been like required to actually get a system.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I haven't had like required to do that. That's like, I'm like, I haven't had to do that as a requirement since the PS2.
It's weird though, because in the period of time since the PS5 came out, there's been like 6 different versions of the one Xbox that's been out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's had like 7 palette swaps.
You don't understand.
And also a mustache.
You don't understand how close I was to buying the Xbox mini fridge that they had at the booth at Gen Con.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
because it looks exactly like the Series X. That's the joke. Is everybody said it was looking like that? It looked like a mini fridge. So Microsoft not the ones to turn down money, like, nope, we're gonna make a fucking mini fridge out of it.
This is valid.
I almost bought it, but there was no way I was gonna be able to get it home. So
For real.
um,
We had to stop. We'd have to stop by the local post office to mail it before we left.
I've done that before. I've done that before with Dragon Con because I bought a sword at Dragon Con, and I'm like, there's no way I'm getting this through TSA.
Yeah.
And they took my Omni tool at TSA because I forgot to take it out of my wallet.
Rude.
But yeah, so Digimon Survive, a visual novel / tactical RPG.
Just a JRPG at this point.
Yeah, I don't like visual novels, but I really like tactical RPGs.
I like visual novels, but I always forget that I like tactical RPGs until I start playing one again, and I'm like, oh, I remember. There's that serotonin. Click, click.
Yep. I really don't like visual novels, but this one I like. Apparently, I have dodged dying 3 times, which is cool. And then
what do you mean, apparently?
I went through and looked at some of the walkthroughs. I'm not saying how or when I've dodged dying, but apparently I've dodged dying, like, in the visual novel dying like 3 times. And then one kid got Danganronpa on screen.
Oof.
It was brutal.
Hey, man. At least it's not like Fate levels of hard to avoid dying in the visual novel section, where if you just, like, don't say hi to someone one day out of, like, 17, then you can expect your guts to be splattered over 3 different provinces. The original Fate Stay Night had no chill.
I apparently, according to one of my other friends who's playing it, because I said I didn't like one of the characters. Apparently, I have some interesting things coming up to look forward to, and apparently this game has 0 chill as well, and I'm for it. Like, I'm for a Digimon game that has 0 chill.
I'm just saying, if the game has Survive in the name and has any chill, then you messed up. So I'm glad that it's going in the right direction.
Well, like, so this happens really quick in the game. An old dude gets literally picked up, and, like, you don't see him, like, you don't see his head get ripped off, but, like, the image of it, like, who is it? It's a Cyclone Mon. You see the dude get, like, the shadow of him, the old man gets his head ripped off, and then he just gets thrown off a cliff. I'm like, okay,
nice.
I'm for this.
That's the way to set the stage. Because, like, no matter, like, from the entirety of the beginning of Digimon, there's always been things saying that Digimon are dangerous.
Yes.
But even, like, in the most recent ones, like Try, they never do anything dangerous except cause millions of yen worth of property damage.
Exactly. No, this one, because they're even going so far as not calling them Digimon in this.
Wait, what do they call them? Yokai?
No, they're they have some kind of weird name for them. I don't remember what it is. But, like, they're not actually calling them, like, yokai or anything like that, because you are in the digital world. But they're purposely not calling them Digimon. I'm guessing because they are letting them be, you know, monsters.
Dangerous?
And,
I mean, like, Digimon have never been dangerous. They've been big and destructive, but there was a season where a guy just ran up and started punching him in the face to Digivolve his own, so, like...
Yeah, no, the only ones that aren't dangerous are the rookie Digimon, and then once they Digivolve,
Once it hits champion, it's all over.
Yeah, once they get out of Bat form, they are actually dangerous, and that is in Chapter 1. Like... Like, they go off the rails immediately, and I am for it. Like, I am going out of my way. The one person I almost lost, I'm going out of my way to protect her because her partner Digimon is a pupper, and I must protect her.
I mean, there are worse reasons to protect a named character.
I mean, I guess she's good waifu material for the game. They have good chemistry, but like I don't care. Her
We're not really not. We're not here for that.
exactly. I don't
She's
care
gotta
about all,
go.
I don't care about all that. The two kids can get together. I don't care about all that. It's a pupper, and also it's a solid pun on the name too. Once the rookie version is Labramon.
So it's like a labradoodle.
It's a
Or
Labrador.
a Labrador.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but then it digivolves into Dobermon.
Okay, but like Pokemon did it first, or
I
rather,
don't care.
Pokemon released. Technically, Digimon did it first, but then Pokemon just released theirs first.
I can
with
get
that
behind a.
with Fido.
I can get behind a solid pun though. I
mean, all Pokemon Scarlet and Violet seems to be is puns. Like half their new released, half the reveal Pokemon are just stupid pun names, and I'm down for it.
I am upset though. If you're gonna saddle me with freaking Agumon, I somehow got the bad Agumon. I got freaking Tyrannomon instead of Greymon.
Bootleg Agumon? Come on, dude.
I don't know how. Like, apparently, I got bad karma somehow in Chapter 1. I'm like, how the hell did I get bad karma?
Not lying. Stick to the script. Die.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how. I'm like, I'm stuck with Tyrannomon, and I'm like, I don't want freaking Tyrannomon. I haven't gotten to.
I the view count thing.
Hmm?
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Because I don't. I'm on the stream, I think. And it just says we have 0 views. I mean, I guess that's normal. I've just never seen it. Not with one of ours. Not one of these streams. I like how it just starts with Digimon Survive and more. Seems legit.
We are. But it's super interesting. The battle system is it's a very generic tactical RPG. It's nothing to write home about. It's not Final Fantasy Tactics. It's not Shining Force. It's nothing like super unique.
I should replay Tactics. It's been too many years, and I don't remember Tactics at all. But I remember it was good.
But it's fun. I mean, it is fun. It's the evolution for the story Digimon is you actually have to strategize around them because you drain your SP, which is your skill points. It drains your SP depending on what level you Digivolve up to in order to maintain the form. Now, your free Digimon, you can just use items on, and they're just that form permanently.
So we're gonna go. What's the name of that cat one that Kyrie had?
Oh, Gatomon.
So we're just pure Gatomon then.
Yeah, basically.
We'll skip 2 levels and no one's gonna talk about it. We're just gonna let that happen.
Yep.
Speaking of Digimon, we tested out the Digimon Tcg whilst we were at Gen Con.
Yep.
After they revived it because it died dog's death back in the day due to Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, Pokemon, and every other TCG existing at the same time, eating up the limited attention span of us Americans.
Yes, exactly.
And surprisingly, after a frankly embarrassing amount of time fumbling about because we both refused to download the app, it was actually a really fun time.
Yeah, I'm going to actually on the Geek.io show TikTok account and also here on the YouTube, I'm going to do a how to play Digimon in 3 minutes video here within the next couple of weeks. So, because my kids are obsessed with it, and I want to start doing how-to videos again.
I've been thinking about deciding on that too, especially with some of the new books that we picked up over the course of the convention. One I've got here is called Blackbird. I've also got, I think we have to talk about it, Lamentations of the Flame Princess.
Yeah, I think we're legally obligated to talk about it.
For real. Shout out to, I don't actually know the name of their group. I'm looking for it, but it's literally just, okay, fine, I guess. Shout out to James Edward Raggi the Fourth. Apparently,
That's a hell of a name, too, man.
for real. I hope I didn't butcher it, but we're at the point where GG, you guys, you brought back old school D&D in a frankly horrifying fashion, and I mean that in the most kind way possible. It's not an insult. I mean, your artwork will literally give me nightmares, and that's impressive because I don't remember any of my dreams. But I do want to start doing some videos where we can kind of explain how to play different games to people. I've been running more and more different systems in the past few weeks and months. So a few 10-minute videos like, this is how you make your character. These are the concepts that we touch on.
Yeah, that's, keep your eyes here. Geek.io. Nope, hold on. I can do this. I've done this before. I'm a fucking professional. YouTube.com/Geek.io show. Twitch.tv/Geek.io show. We'll probably live stream them here, and I'll do some cleanup of them afterwards and get them up on the YouTubes. And I'll probably do like a supercut of them for TikTok, and because that's where all of the cool kids are, and get them over to the YouTube from there. But yeah, let's go ahead and go over to, let's want to talk about Digimon Survive. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So let's go ahead and switch over to Gen Con. So I taught Nexus how to play Magic the Gathering.
I believe our record is still 2-1.
Yes.
But it's mostly a matter of who gets land fucked first.
Yes, exactly.
But Commander's been fun. I've never played Magic before, but it's fairly intuitive, and I am such a noob that I'll basically nod and smile at anything as long as I win.
So yeah, that was something that I needed to do because Saturday was very, very hectic and crazy. We both got there on Friday, and we couldn't check into our hotel, so we immediately bolted over there, and that may or may not have been a mistake. Because we both went there and was like, oh, we need to do things.
Didn't even manage to get through the half of the dealer's hall, or whatever it was called, the exhibition hall, on the first day because our feet were killing us. Oh, it was hilarious.
It was something else. So let's quickly get the the board games stuff out of the way first. So yeah, we played Digimon, and I got so we got the
it was a starter set for I think you got the one that was just Dinosaur Crazy.
Yeah, I got Dinosaur Crazy and Waifumons.
There you go, that's it.
And then I also got Izzy's deck, which is horrible.
Is it bad?
It's real bad, but I got some stuff to help it out of the booster box, and then I also picked up.
Is it at least a controller type, or is it just bad?
No, it's control, but also it's basically battlefield control. So it's like keeping your opponent's Digimon tapped and doing things while they're tapped.
I don't hate the concept, but I feel like there's only so much you can do in a basic box.
Yes,
for that.
Exactly, especially considering power creep is a thing.
For real.
And then I picked up, because I was looking on Amazon for other things, I saw somebody had up there the Matt starter box, the starter deck for $12 as opposed to $89. So I picked that up for $12. Because I don't know,
that's a steal.
I don't know why people have the Matt and tie decks up there for $89 a piece, but if I'm gonna get one for $12, I'm gonna get one for $12. I doubt it's gonna be any good comparative, but I have some blue cards in the booster box that I can look at, and the booster box actually introduces X antibody evolutions, which is basically
isn't that from the movie? Does that count? Are movie things canon again?
Yeah, because it has it's basically, yeah, it's like Meikumon, and
oh god, it's Tri-Stuff.
That's yes, because it's Meikumon and Meicrackmon, because they gave up trying. But it's X antibody is basically
trying like the Pokemon Company.
Yeah, X antibody
because
is
just when you think they're gonna just when you think they ran out of the rock bottom, they come out with Chingling.
Racist.
I love Pokemon so much.
Yeah, so when we get into the playing how to play Digimon, I'll get into what X Antibody is. Basically, a Digivolution of the same Digimon on top of, basically a power up of the same Digimon on top of for free.
That sounds extraordinarily busted.
Kinda depends on the Digimon.
It's fair.
But yeah, we got those two card games going. We also picked up, and I still haven't played. I got it right next to me. Pocket Paragons.
Pocket Paragons. Did we did get that? I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know that we ever actually cracked that open.
You cracked yours open, saying we should play it, and then we both got tired and decided to play Magic.
That sounds about right. I'm looking for it now just because you reminded me that it exists.
We got it for free, and they're like, hey, a free starter deck. You can actually just play it out of the box. It's a free-minute game. And I'm like, that's cool. It's free. Cool. Put it in our bag, and it's sitting right next to me. I'll play it for the how to play stuff, and then I don't know. I have no idea what it is. It is Mario the Cease Charm versus Malakados the Mad Captain.
I'm sure those are words.
Yeah, I have no idea what it is. Apparently, you can learn in 3 minutes. So
anything you can learn in 3 minutes is worth pretending to do in 2 minutes.
For real. We played. Oh, man.
Oh right, we tried
React.
Let me get the name bring that one to this story?
Yes,
no, you got it right.
Yeah, and I want to find the name of the game creators.
The creators.
Because I don't want to. I'm not going to bash them into the ground, but
No, it wasn't a bad game. It was just not ready, and that was the issue, really.
React.
Have fun finding it.
They had to give themselves They had to give themselves the most generic.
They did not want to be found. That is not an SEO compatible name.
No.
In the year of our God 2022, you cannot choose a name like React.
Really? Because
don't forget the semicolon. It might help.
Oh right, that might help. No, because it just brings me back to. Hold on, there it is. There it is. Hold on.
You found it? It's probably on Kickstarter or something.
Brother Ming Games is who it's.
You know what? Sure.
So re semicolon act, the 1v1 anime dueling game, first edition. By Brother
that
Ming
is
Games.
not how I would have described that game. I would not have described it as an anime dueling game.
They apparently have a Genshin Impact board game too, which I think I would have been much more interested to play.
I have never played any Genshin, but if they had Huotsa, I would try anyway.
But and a Genshin Tarot deck, which I'm infinitely interested in.
Oh, I love tarot cards.
But so we played the animator versus the graffiti artist. And it's very both complex and simplistic game at the same time.
First and foremost, we got to give it out to the artists that worked on it. The actual concept behind the game was an incredibly fascinating one where, again, I wouldn't have called it the anime fighting game because
the arts
I think that kind of undersell it. Because it's all about different types of artists going at it. Yeah, it's a comparison between different types of arts, and each of the different fighters that you get to use have a fighting style based on their type of art. So I played the animator, plus mostly because there was a typo in there was a misprint on the pieces.
Cards were wrong.
There was a misprint on the pieces on the cards, and so someone else's CJ's ADHD and OCD would not let him touch it.
Yeah, I would pull up stuff to show, but they only have their site, or else I'd pull up they only have their landing page for React, or else I'd pull it up. I literally can't show you anything to do with this game. They're calling it the Arts with a S of War.
Listen, if as long as they don't have Arch with a Z, I'm just gonna let them have it.
And it's just the, of course, the waifu calligrapher.
Aw, that's a shame, because neither of us played her. And I'm pretty sure we would have enjoyed it more if either of us did.
Yes. Here, I'll throw the site up on the stream here.
To their credit, or rather, as opposed to being against them, it should be noted that they did have two separate showdowns between altogether having 4 different characters out, and so we may have just been misfortunate to play the one set that had the misprint.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a not fun game.
No.
It's just that because they had put out a second set and it had a misprint, it just kind of put down the entire air. There's just, you can't go to a show and then not be prepared.
So this is the calligrapher. Of course, she is kawaii waifu desu, and her katana has the brush at the end. I don't know what her jig is because I didn't play her.
If I remember correctly, it's leaving her black inky spots all over the map.
They call it a 1v1 dueling game about artists with unique powers based on their artistic medium, which is exactly right.
Accurate.
That is 100% accurate. This is their standee board. The dude in green here is the animator, who puts little animation panels down, and then does he creates little totally not stands, and they do things to beat up his opponents. This redhead dude, I'm guessing, is the dancer. And then the person of color here is the person.
The one you think he is.
Is the green.
Just take a wild guess. We'll wait. Not even to call them out, they're actually amazing.
The art is so good, though. Seriously, the art is so good. I'm not even joking. The art is so pretty.
I truly have no complaints about the art. I don't have any complaints about the flavor. It was just the gameplay was solid. It takes a few minutes to get used to, but once you know what you're doing, it's pretty simple to get into. We just drew a bad hand on this one.
Yeah.
But I am.
And it's just. They're
I'm willing to play again in the future. I would love to have a version of this in my house when it is ready.
Yeah, they're coming to Kickstarter in December apparently. And I will love to speak with them when it is production ready, and I would love to do another demo of this, a
proper review even.
Yeah, I will. I will reach back out to them later, and I will love to give this another go when it is ready to go. It wasn't ready for the stage of Gen Con. And there's nothing. If it would have been in the playtesting area or something along those lines, or let us know immediately that this was a game still in playtesting phase, that would have been great. But
you're not kidding. They did just leave it straight on that landing. Beautiful art of the calligrapher, I guess. Her and her katana brush, which I'm not gonna hate. Is awesome.
And I am actually just going to go ahead. I'm going to sign up for their mailing list, because I am down enough for their for the stuff. It has a lot of.
I'm really curious on what other types of artists that they get into, because we didn't see anyone like a musician, but we did see a lot of physical art mediums.
Yeah, I am down enough to try it when it comes out to play. So I just when it is production ready, I'm willing to give it another go.
Beyond that, who did we try again? We went to some of the other tables.
Hirawaka.
Oh yes,
Jasco,
My Hero Academia. Sorry, go ahead. Let me not cut.
Jasco Games, My Hero Academia, trading card game based off of their. Let me go grab my box. Yeah, because I haven't even.
The Universus Systems.
Yeah, their Universus system. They have the My Hero Academia card game. I have here their Rivals box, which of course is Ryo and Ken. Midoriya and Bakugo. I'm going to do an unboxing of that here in the next, probably this weekend.
I enjoyed the game, or rather, I've never played any Universus game, but I did think it was very interesting. We didn't actually get to play against each other.
No.
I, as a person, don't like. I ended up playing as Bakugo, and I could tell just immediately that Bakugo wasn't my playstyle. If you are wanting to check out this game, I would suggest waiting just a little bit longer until they have at least another boost starter box. They actually have a really great deal if you're interested in starting now, where they do have the starter set that he has right now, CJ has, with the Bakugo and Midoriya. But that's kind of the only one.
It's $28
There's a lot of boosters
for that, and there's a lot of boosters for it. Let me pull up the site for that here real quick. All right, so there's a lot of boosters for it. I think there's 3 boosters for it. So there is Crimson Rampage is their brand new one that just came out.
Can't tell if that's supposed to be for Red Rider or Toga.
It's the Stain arc, I believe. And then their base set is their base, because so there's 2. There's the base set and then the new one, which is Crimson Rampage, and then there's the rival deck, which is their only deck so far. The rival deck retails for $40, which still is not terrible for 2 decks.
It's less than what I bought one fucking commander deck for. So
yeah. So we're gonna go to products here. So they have the DLC display, which is 4 boosters and some of the cards. Having cards for All Might, Tenya Ida. I don't know why I'm saying the full name. All Might, Tenya, Uraraka, and Asui.
You know, I always, in my head, read her name as Urakara, even though I know it's not that. It's...
So there's still stuff coming, and then there's stuff coming out too. We got some promo cards for being at Gen Con.
I got my favorite card, Back Alley Haymaker, which is just Deku punching Stain in the face.
I mean, I know there are some villain cards coming out, so you're gonna get your waifu and your such. I've
already got my Toga card. Apparently, they have plans for the decks. Because the people that were talking to us, the people that were working at Jasco, were telling us about some of the different mechanics for certain play styles. Exactly. Toga's is apparently literally just chip damage. Chip damage the deck.
So I mean, there's it's a fun deck. I played back when even before it was Universes, back when it was Universal Fighting System. I played like Street Fighter, the card game, and stuff like that back in the day. So this was like relearning stuff. I haven't played since. Though I brought it out, and my wife about jumped all over the cards. So unlike Digimon, which is me and the kids, My Hero is all over Rachel and I, my wife and I. So it's. I'll also do I'll do the unboxing because I got the booster box of that as well. So, of the OG set. So, pop off. Why? Fucking pop off. All right. Next up,
That
let's
is a
talk.
lot of cards just from Mineta. I know it's like the same amount as everyone else, but it's Mineta, so.
Let's talk about Blackbirds.
Oh yeah.
Pull up their site here real quick, so I can pull it. So why don't you go ahead and talk about it?
So, for those of you who love your dark fantasy, that's your Warhammer heads, especially Warhammer Fantasy. That is your Zweihander fans. This is actually from the same group that made that. But for those of you who looked at Zweihander and looked at Warhammer Fantasy and thought, this could use a bit more JRPG, we've got Blackbirds for you. I'm literally going around looking for the name of the people that made it. Yes,
Andrews
from
McNeil.
Andrews McNeil Publishing.
Yep.
We have the latest 700 plus page tome of Blackbirds. I've been looking through it, and I'm really excited to actually dig in and play it. I've been going through just to get a mechanical eye on things. I haven't even gotten a chance to look properly into the lore beyond it being. So, what happens when human mages get too big for the britches and decide to kill gods so that they can just schmooze it up with the elder gods? This series. Shit's fucked. That is the shorthand of it. The world sucks, and it's your job as a Blackbird to either deal with it or fix it. It's been really interesting. It's got a bit of everything that you like. It's got combat reminiscent of Pathfinder. It's got it's got it's got a lot of utility systems that remind me of games like Conan, where you've got something similar to the Doom system, where players get a bit of like luck that they can spend to change fate, that they can use to twist events around to suit them. But doing so actually gives the DM in this case, I believe they're called the Fate Weaver, opportunity to also twist things in their own favor. It's got a lot of good bones, and I'm looking forward to digging into it. I have never played Zweihander, but from what I understand, it's something like the old Warhammer Fantasy systems. So,
yeah, they described it
nice.
as they described Zweihander as Dark Souls 1, but Blackbirds as Bloodborne, and I'm like, all right, shut up and take my money.
For real. I have looked at the TV tropes for Zweihander, and it has been hilarious. I'm hoping to see the TV tropes for Blackbirds being filled out with just as much dark, depraved bullshit.
They don't have much. Oh, it just came out in July. Like, this book is.
Yeah, this is fresh off the press, effectively.
Yeah, you can, like, it is pre-order. Like, it is pre-order. The book itself is $75 to your house on Amazon September 13th. So this is like, we got it. Gen Con got it a month early.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the comments on the Patreon, on the Kickstarter, and some people are already chomping at the bit to have it.
This is the collector's edition cover that I have posted right now that Nexus got. It is gorgeous.
The art directing in this book is phenomenal. There are so many beautiful, haunting images. I didn't realize that the theme of my Gen Con 2022 would be trauma and mind-bending, but that's what it is, and I'm down for it. Just one note for those of you who are looking to play. Being an ace, that is to say, being an elf in this game, is suffering. And that's fine with me. Because I have been done with Tolkien for the last 20 years.
You have the races they have is human, which is human. Ace, which is your crystal elf looking thing here. You have Damon, which is crystal dwarf. Jotunkin, which is
giant. It's literally
giant.
giant. We've all read Norse mythology.
Yep. Nephilim, which is
JRPG character.
Yep. Fallen angel looking thing. 5 paths of a blackbird, bow and blade, charm and manipulation, craft and expertise, Ode and ritual, and shadow and subterfuge. This, I have to say, of the ones that I haven't got to play yet, and it's mainly because I can't play it online quite yet.
I am sincerely hoping that someone, some brave souls, decide to put it through Foundry VTT.
I think it might just be. I think it might just be a like us just playing with real dice, and then
I am perfectly willing to get this popping on. I'm perfectly willing to get this popping on Owlbear Rodia if we got to get it done. Because I am so hyped about playing.
I'd be fine with that. Like honestly, I'd be okay with just using that.
The hardest issue right now is getting a character sheet. Right now, we're still waiting for the PDFs from them for our playtest copy. Once we get that, get some form fillable PDFs popping, it will be we'll make a night of it.
Yeah, I definitely would be okay with talking to you about putting your Tuesday campaign on hiatus or something and doing Tuesdays.
It's
literally the only night I have available. They got how much did they raise?
Like 150K, it looks like.
154,000.
And they certainly put it to use.
So, I'm going to join their Discord right now. And I'm going to email their press people as soon as I am off the line here.
Also, shoot me the Discord info too, because I didn't realize I was on there.
Yeah. Nerdist.com. Blackbirds is metal as fuck.
For real. I was reading through it earlier today, and there are just a lot of amazing, haunting, disturbing things. If you choose to be a wizard, then there's no such thing as wizardry. There is being a warlock a la D&D, and there is being a hedge witch. And you can be both at the same time, but you can't be a normal wizard. It's interesting. Like I said, I'm very interested. I'm very curious how this is going to be.
So there is that. So we got we talked about Lamentations of the Flame Princess.
Oh, we touched on it, yeah.
Well, we have
we cannot talk about Lamentations of the Flame Princess just yet, because when we break into that game, we're going to be breaking into that game.
Problem is, am I able to actually pull up any other site without getting banned on Twitch? And I'm not joking.
Considering that they have, I'm going to be honest with you, I would not bother. They have a bunch of very impressive sounding games. Just the names of their adventures is enough for you to get banned on Twitch. And some of their artwork, the covers are amazing, but perhaps not the best thing to just randomly
I've just pulled
up
their site, which is safe for work.
For now.
Yeah, their titles aren't, but that's fine. I save.
Did I mention that one of their games? Did I mention that one of their not games? It's one of their expansion books is literally just called Vaginas or Magic.
Free 2018 Magic book Eldritch Cock.
Oh yeah, the pair. Then of course there's She Bleeds. The cover art for that is just a woman standing on her tippy toes with blood trailing down her legs, and we can all imagine what the point of that one was. It's very simple,
European.
It's a very European game, and everything that means.
Exactly. So we're just gonna leave it at that, and I'm just gonna stay on this page right now because it's right now it's safe for work. We'll go with that.
Right now.
You did read me some of their stuff for their magic missile.
Oh yes,
Craziness.
that is so far one of my favorite books.
The Mayhemic missile
It's
method.
6x6x6, the Mayhemic missile method. I'm literally going to start using this when people start using magic missile in my campaigns for how they kill the enemy.
Like that one, that was super interesting. So, oh, well, that's one of their books. Apparently, is about how Earth got pregnant. Interesting.
Yeah, that sounds like them.
Okay then. There's Genesis Aeon another one we're going to be talking about here soon. We're doing a one shot of
Oh, you're talking about Esper Genesis.
Esper Genesis, thank you.
Yes, a sci-fi expansion on D&D 5th edition. It's not the first of its kind, but it is the first of its kind that has the gall to come out right weeks and months just before Christ, I can never get that name. Spelljammer. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Star Tripper. Maybe it's because I love Star Tripper. It's just an amazing audio drama.
Yeah,
especially if you don't want to turn your brain on.
Yeah, they're doing the whole thing of like games that came out right with like Elden Ring.
I will say that I have been going through it, and this is actually an excellent book to pair with your Spelljammer games. Because Spelljammer, it looks like it's going to be very. I'm gonna be real here. It looks like it's gonna be very Strixhaven-ish, and Strixhaven came out with a lot of very good material, but it was not an adventure.
Yeah, this
Spelljammer looks like it's gonna have an adventure, so we're gonna hope that it's a real one and not just a Strixhaven.
Yeah, Esper Genesis looks very. I had it and I lost it. BioWare video game, Mass Effect.
Mass Effect.
Yeah, because I just looked at the classes. You have Adept, Cybermancer, Engineer, Hunter, Melder, Sentinel, Specialist, and Warrior. They look very Mass Effect just from their images. And I am down for that, by the way.
Yeah, in a few weeks we're actually going to be running a one-shot for it. They were kind enough to give us ad copies, and so we're going to be running with that, and maybe we'll even go further. If you guys want to see more of it, message us afterwards, and we will see what we can do.
Yeah, Mass Effect is one of my favorite games of all time. So, like, and I'm not a huge, like, sci-fi person, really, unless there's a lot of fantasy involved in it. But, like, I'm a huge fan of sci-fi X something. But like Mass Effect is one of my favorite games of all time. So like just me saying that these guys look and give me like Mass Effect vibes is a big thing. We also got one of their 5e supplemental adventures, which is a ancient library thing with a book chimera, and I'm down for it.
Truly, my favorite part about that book is that there's like 30 pages of just books you can find in this magic library. That's just going to be rewards for my nerd players. Yes, I realize I just said the same thing twice.
Yes. Then we got Zodiac, Star-Called Studios.
Oh, yes. This is a very impressive looking setting. They have gone into extensive detail, listing out the different cultures, races, different types of magic in this world.
Yes.
We're looking to be breaking into it really soon.
These guys nerded out with us at Gen Con, and I was there for it, man. Like we accidentally into their booth because we just kind of got pushed that way because we said, "Ooh, Zodiac," and then we got pushed into their booth.
Yeah.
By the tide of people. and we just nerded out with them while the tide of people just kind of surrounded us.
We just waited for the throng to kind of calm down for a bit.
And it was exciting. Like, they love the world that they've built and like the books that they've put out, and they're both Pathfinder and 5e compliant.
Compatible.
And like, that is exciting, and like, I am so intrigued with them. I instantly became a Patreon of theirs. So like, this is not just something like because they sent us the books and review material. Like, these are people that I instantly fell enough in love with that I was like, nope, I am here for it. Like, the Zodiac Empire's fantasy campaign setting is the one that they're pushing right now, and it's a beautiful, like, the art and the world is great.
Speaking of, for those of you who are looking for more RPG content to add to your own campaigns, I would strongly suggest signing on to their Patreon. They actually are very dedicated to their communities. A lot of the things that they've added was on the request of their patrons. So if you want something made in a setting and you want to know that you had a strong driving force into making something in the world, even if you're not necessarily the creative type, they are a group that I would suggest following.
They do. They actually they went back and redid their first two subclasses. I'll pull up their stuff here real quick so you can see it, since I am a Patreon of theirs. Here's 4 days ago, the Delvers, which is a background of theirs, which is a religious-free company. Their symbol is a chest of various coins.
The best coin, crystal.
Yes. This is the 5e background. History, survival, skill proficiencies, cartographer's tools for their total proficiencies. You gain draconic language. They go in depth with it. It's good stuff. This is just.
It's weird that backgrounds have not really been touched on a lot in 5e recently. We've had a lot of good backgrounds mechanically, but they've been leaving the lore part of that high and dry.
Yeah, these guys get into your background. They get into the lore. Like, they give a full blown. And they give
even tables and everything.
Yep, tables, races. Here's boons. Here's a boon that they have.
Magic items, always
Magic
fun.
items.
That's good, isn't it?
Here's a Asmar variant that they did. The entity known as Death. Words.
The entity known as Dense Air.
Like, they have 17 subclasses right now, and none are artificers. Sorry, artificer lovers.
As always, artificer lovers, you can post your tiers into a small jar and ship it to their PO box.
Yes.
And when they are officially at 666 gallons, they have promised that they may or may not potentially make an artificer subclass. You can also do the same to Wizards of the Coast, but they will not make one.
No, they will not. They'll give you another half-assed one like they did before. And then, like, we saw a couple other books, like, that I don't want to talk about. One, because that one guy just literally took the book from it in front of you.
Oh yeah, I remember. I don't even remember the name of that game, but we were just looking at the table.
We were looking at it, and we were excited for it. Like, we were like, oh my god, it's a good shaman one. And we were looking at the shaman class.
Oh, no. That's a different table. Because those guys
that
were
was
legit.
the dude. No, that was the dude. Because we were like, ooh, a shaman, and like the Lord.
Because that was
a different paladin.
No. You gotta remember, that was a different table. Because the one you're thinking of is actually that tabletop game, that like Asian themed tabletop at the back of the panel, and we were like chilling, and another guy just happened to walk up next to us, and there was only the one book for that. Whereas the one you're thinking of with the shaman that we are both really into, because they had pack slots and everything, which is a fun way to tap into them. That one is Arcanus Forge or something. I've got it somewhere. I was just looking into them today, actually, because I remember them making some really good content for magic items. and apparently they've been spending the last few years making their setting as something that they are supremely dedicated to.
And then, since we are running up to, how long have we been going here? A little over an hour, since we're running at about the hour and a half mark, which is where I usually end this show. I want to spend the last 15 minutes or so talking about the big thing that we both just kind of, I mean, let's just leave it here. We left a stain in Gen Con 4. The last game board.
Oh yeah.
We
That's a good one.
left stains. This here is just, it's magic. They sacrificed the souls of many children and came up with this black magic.
Don't forget the goats.
And goats, yes.
Though I guess that might have just been the shawarma.
Yeah, possibly. Lastgameboard.com. This thing here is just, oh my god. It retails for $800, $7.99, and they're also bringing out a subscription plan, a payment plan of $60 a month, and it has tied into Foundry VTT, which is where we play all of our games at, as well as there's Alchemy. No, not Alchemy.
They are also doing with Alchemy.
Yeah,
Alchemy.
You're talking. Yeah. Doing that as well. They actually have it so if you print, you can actually use 3D your own 3D printed miniatures using capacitive PLA. So if you can just buy capacitive PLA and print your own miniatures on it. You don't even need a special 3D printer. You can literally just use a PLA 3D printer and just print freaking minis on it. It has poker on there. It has
a good dozen or so. Just whilst we were scanning it at Gen Con, solo games that you can play. It's got a bunch of amazing little features. Did you forget the word games?
No, it's just Checo Games. I'm on their site right now, pulling up. Creature feature, color scheme, Wings of Glory, Cat Lady, D20 Pro, Gloom. Oh my god, they have Gloom. Encounters Plus, so you can actually build your encounters on the tabletop. Stop Thief, which is a fantastic game. Mars Horizon Blastoff, which is a lot of fun. Ogre, which is a great game. Battle Map, which is another VTT.
They've been working with a lot of VTTs. Like, it's clear that this. We've talked to them, and frankly, there is a lot that they do, just the little things that show how much they care about the community, and it's not just about making money for them. They've done a lot to make it so that this is affordable for practically any budget. They've done a lot to make sure that anyone can get into this. Just the fact that they have decided not to make their the thing for their minis not proprietary, and just they give away the files and make it so that anyone can use it, shows just the character of the people who are working on this.
Exactly. They have integrations with like Steam Deck, so you can actually pull them with. They have an app that you can use, and they actually have Steam Deck support as well. That you can tie in with that, which I'm super excited for. They have all of their starter guides and everything like that free to just play with online.
They even had a setting where if you have multiple of these, so if you and your chum go meet in person, you can actually connect them together. So if you're playing a D&D session, if you're playing Pathfinder, no matter what your tabletop setting is, you can connect these two boards together, expand it so that there's even more room for the group to play in.
Yep. They have game studios. They have Riot Games already on board. Asmodee, Steve Jackson up there. Direwolf, who makes the Hearthstone clone that is making.
Which one?
No, it's the actual good one.
Okay.
The one that
I'm just gonna Google it.
Direwolf Digital. Eternal.
Oh,
Wow, they actually do the Pokemon TCG online? Holy crap, I did not know that.
Oh, legit.
I
Maybe one day I'll actually learn how to play the game.
I legit didn't know that. It's a lot like Magic.
In a good way?
Yes.
Okay.
I played the hell out of Eternal.
We saw Roop. We didn't really get a chance to step out and actually check it out.
It was another one of those was so super crazy and well.
Oh yeah, that one was slammed the entire weekend.
So I can't say anything as of yet, even though I don't have anything signed yet. But I don't want to get anybody's hopes up yet. But look for more game board material here in the near future. That is all I am willing to say for right now, because I don't want to get my own hopes up. Because I don't want to just start like slathering and ruin my keyboard and ruin my own hopes if something never comes of it. But yeah, this is like something this was another one that we were like, oh, there's the Foundry board, there's the Foundry booth. What's this? It's super cool though. Like I'm personally super excited for this. Like,
oh no, this is the one time you speak for me too.
Again, for $800, like well, obviously this is a premium kind of thing. $800 is not just like something super small, but that's for a premium product. It's affordable. It's in $60 a month. Like, freaking Netflix is $23 a month now.
There's a reason no one pays for Netflix.
Yeah, right.
But at the same time, if we're going to compare it to that, this being something that so many people, millions of people in the world use as their prime hobby, a reason to get people back in the same room after, well, COVID is finally dying down. Unless you live in like Atlanta or Florida, where it hasn't been dying down, but that's only because we stopped caring about a month in. But that is a different story.
So now we have to. So Nexus, new idea, brainstorming here live on air. They have blackjack on here. So we just need to think of a new game, just call it Hookers, and put it on here. So now we can have our own game board with blackjack and hookers.
Are you thinking like pirate themed, or are you thinking sex work themed?
No, pirate. Because sex work is real work.
I don't know why you think piracy isn't real work.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Sire, thank you for coming on. Gen Con was a freaking blast. We need to hang out in Meat Space more often.
Yes, I am looking forward to the next time we can hang out in a convention. And I'm also looking for the next time that we can unveil our dastardly doings to the rest of you guys.
Exactly. There's a lot more coming up. I am trying to redo things here on the network and see how we can get things rolling. But for myself, for Sire, for Scott, for Daryl, for all of us here, we love you. Be good to one another. Make sure that you put your game board down on the love button on twitch.tv/geekio show, and you drop your Blackbird on the subscribe button on youtube.com/geekio show to get notified. And of course, put your Digimon down on that notification button to make sure that you get notified whenever we go live.
If your Digimon happens to lose its head, then that is probably because it was one of the scary ones instead, and they're not legally allowed to be called Digimon anymore.
Exactly. We don't want the kids to be scared. We love you all. Be good to one another, and we will see you right back here next time, probably with Pathfinder. A little bit of a programming note. The Severe Seas game is currently on a temporary hold while we do some reconfigurations, and because we had a couple people need to drop due to them getting bigger and better jobs for the real world, in their real world jobs, that puts them direct in conflict with when we would be recording. So I'm not mad. I'm jealous that they got better jobs. So
Congratulations to all of them.
exactly. So it is on a temporary hold while we get stuff readjusted and figured out what's going on. So Tuesdays, if I'm streaming, I'll probably do some video game streaming for a couple hours and maybe talk to Nexus about moving people around and do some Blackbirds content.
We'll talk about it.
All right, y'all. Take it easy. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Goodbye. And I just found the Blackbirds form fillable PDF on their Discord. So